I wanted to look up the definition of success. I'm just curious if there's an actual definition. Let's Google it. Definition of success. So interestingly enough, it's very generalized. The definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose.
Yes, now you're looking at the true root of that's not.
Yeah. So where society says the attainment of fame, wealth, or social status, the actual definition is just the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. It would be quite literally anything. So
that's where you want to be. That other aspect of it is toxic bullshit lie.
it's culture.
Famous or like what was that for that other one?
The attainment of fame, wealth, or social status.
Yeah, that should be like the absolute opposite of true successfulness. To truly understand yourself and enjoy what you do and enjoy who you are and allow whatever that comes from that, be content with it. Even if that's just getting by. Like I feel like there's a lot of people that just barely get by that have a much higher quality of life. The reason why you feel unsettled, the reason why you feel unaccomplished, like you're ignoring. Going back to what I was saying, like I was ignoring what my system, my body, my gut was telling me to do. Like, dude, you need to fucking settle down and heal. Don't worry about the other shit. You need to heal and everything, and then center and focus on yourself. Because I think, like, going off of what you just said too, like.
Because what happens is that's where anger and resentment starts to creep in.
Oh yeah, and things don't work. I mean, you're trying, you feel like you're trying, and things don't work out. Fuck yeah. Frustration, anger, anxiety, all that shit creep in.
And who does that affect? Wife? Kids, maybe?
Everyone around you.
Everybody around you, your family, you know?
I think, like, for this and for you and creating this brotherhood, that balance of, you know, doing, but not worrying. Like, yes, they kind of, like, pondering why, you know, to get that conversion, but like I feel like it starts with you truly going into yourself and learning deeply about how you feel about this and what you're getting out of that, and focus on that. Like, literally, like, instead of worrying about who's going to come to it or how to get people here, to flip it and be like, you know what's this bring to me? What does doing this give me purpose? How does this make me feel? And I feel like that energy, and then you don't have to talk, you don't have to try. That energy does all the talking, right? Your actions of doing it to be more grounded, to be a better husband, to be a better father, to be innately feel more comfortable with yourself and more accomplished, and like, that's infectious. Worrying about external circumstances is a white noise. It's a fucking screech on that freaking frequency. No one wants to, like, hear, but when you're in tune, when you're humming and vibrating at a level that is infectious. Like, if we do that, if you do that, if, you know, and if we do it, because we're sitting here together, like, you're the, you know, you started this company, especially if you vibrate at that, and I feel like you're already there, or not, I don't think you're there to where you want to be, to that frequency, but you have shifted towards that frequency, and that frequency is infectious, and like, I feel like that's where we can make the biggest impact, is if you and we focus on ourselves so deeply. And that almost sounds selfish, and it's like, oh, then if you're focusing on yourself so much, how are you going to freaking create a brotherhood and have other friends? Because it naturally will come. It's infectious. That energy, people want to gravitate towards that. You are making new brothers and friendships without trying. You should try by not trying.
Just let it happen naturally.
By going in so far in yourself and being comfortable with that, and be like, you know what? If this is all that fucking happens, if Adam and I sit here every Sunday and friggin' have a good conversation, that's enough.
That is enough. You know, I was not, you know, it's just you and I today, and I have so much gratitude for that. You know, I think the previous version of myself for this new chapter would have been discouraged. I would have been, in my head, I would have been like, man, what did I do wrong? And like really upset about it, but like, man, I'm just learning to give myself grace and just be grateful for the moments that I have. And like, even if something happened, like you couldn't come, I was still coming. I was gonna be here myself. I was gonna be full plunging. I was gonna have a fire of coffee and like sit with myself and silence and just like enjoy that moment. The fact that you showed up today here, like that's huge. I agree. I think that naturally people will just pick up on whatever vibe it is that you put out, that energy, and be like, you know what, that looks pretty fucking relaxing. That looks like a good start to a Sunday morning, and you know, I truly believe that it'll catch on. People will find
100%.
that they want to experience a little taste of that, and once you get a little bit of that, it's huge. And maybe maybe somebody comes out and is like, oh man, maybe that's not for me. You know, like people, that's fine too. Like that's, hey, listen, not everybody is always gonna mesh, and I think men especially have to come to the terms and realization that the only person you can control is yourself. You can't control anybody else in your entire life. Only control yourself.
That's keeping your fucking ego kind of, you know, at home, like on the rack. You're truly like working on it. We're talking about self, like your soul, not like fucking making money or fucking how much materials. Like that's not working for yourself. You know, we're not talking about that kind of working on yourself. Going in and being, innately comfortable with who you are. If you're stripped down naked, what are you if you had nothing? Everything's taken away from you. You should be fucking, I feel like that's the version of you that needs to be confident. You need to stand alone. Be like, you know what? I am enough.
And for people who still, I guess I going back to success, or people who still define success in their terms, that's their choice to define it by title and money. And if that's your version of success, then like this type of stuff still works for you because it still internalizes you. It still builds those connections. It still makes you think, right, and learn about yourself. And in order to get better titles, in order to chase more money and develop your career, if that's your identity of success, then like, you still have to have these moments and connections and pockets, brotherhood, to help grow in that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, I think.
And there's no reason. So and we said about it earlier. That still has to exist in society. We still need people who have titles and run companies and do this type of stuff because these companies bring a lot of good. There's a lot of companies that bring a lot of good to their products or service, right? So it's not like, everybody should just stop doing it because, we just need to live. No, the reality is we still need.
Right, give up everything.
Yeah, we still need.
No, that's what I said, like, kind of
product and service and all that stuff. But
the way that's what, like, in the beginning, kind of like, it's very hard to put it out there in a way that's like, yes, it could be taken very direct.
Right.
And if it's taking very direct, then you're missing the point. It's like, it's funny because like the truth's like in between the words. If that, I know it's not gonna make sense to a lot of people, but like people that are in that like zone will absolutely understand what I mean. That, yeah, you have a successful career and you enjoy doing what you're doing, like this stuff will only help you. Yeah, it will only magnitude that, multiply that. We're certainly not saying to just to let go of just quit your job and that's the opposite end of
passionate about.
Of that meaning.
Right, like if career is part of your success.
No, I think that's the most crucial thing is you should be enjoying. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, though, then get the fuck out. But if you are enjoying what you're doing, fucking lean into it for sure. Absolutely.
It's not.
It's a feeling of I don't even really want to go, but like I fucking really want to go watch a Steelers game, but like this. Initially, like, that morning, it's like, get out, like, holy shit, it's early, that stuff. But, like, in this moment, like, being here during the plunge, like, man, feels so much better. And the other aspect of this is, like, that brotherhood. There's, like, I wouldn't have fucking come out here, got in the cold, and enjoyed sitting around the fire on a Sunday if it wasn't. If it wasn't for that brotherhood and like for you initiating it. So like that right there, like I feel like it's gonna help. I feel like get people out. It's like once you make those connections and like start doing this, then like it's easier to get over some of that stuff. Once you get out here, you're like, holy shit, I'm glad I got out here.
Yep. Take a picture real quick.